But what I would say is, so like obviously I'm biased. I would say every fitness professional should take the PPSC course as one of like the first.
I agree.
Once you're certified as a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
take PPSC level 1.
Distinguish the difference, because you just said something that's very important. Once you're certified, then take the PPSC. And for trainers or people who are listening who want to understand the difference, your certifications are often what we were just discussing. They're proctored exams. They have little, an NASM or a CSCS or an ISSA. That's a certification. And there's a big sort of disconnect, maybe not a disconnect, but a little bit of a disagreement over the importance of certification over practical application. Mm-hmm. And what you guys are doing with the PPSC, while it is technically a certification, that test was, it's willy-nilly, it's open book, it's nothing. But the hands-on experience, in my opinion, you will learn. It's why I keep taking stuff like this. I'm a junkie for it. If you are hands-on in person, something with a good course and a good instructor, I find that you will learn so much more than if you even, like I said, I had a master's. That is not what I recommend to people doing when they want continued education. I'm like, if you want continued education, you need to find a good instructor or a good weekend workshops. Just take those. Those may not be your certification that gets you your job interview, mm-hmm. but once you have one or two of those, you don't need any more. And like you said, no one cares.
Yeah. So what I mean by certification is like, a lot of gyms will require a baseline. It's like a license, essentially, mm-hmm. right? You're like a licensed or a CPT, a certified personal trainer, via one of these larger governing bodies. NASM, ISSA, NSCA, if you want to be a strength coach.
ACE.
Yep. ACE, absolutely.
Yep. CSCS.
So that's like
CSCS the best, probably.
Different. Yeah. It's
Would you say it's
got to have an undergraduate degree
in order to even qualify for it?
Take the CSCS, and that's the one that would make you eligible to work in a collegiate strength and conditioning.
Mm-hmm. That's the top one, in my opinion, right? Am I right on that? You probably know more than me. That's the best one?
Yeah. I mean, the other three mean you can work at 24 Hour Fitness. Mm-hmm. CSCS means you could get hired at like Purdue to work for their football team.
Right. Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah.
But those are typically required just to work in most of these bigger box gyms, right? Mm-hmm. It's a barrier to entry thing. Like you put in the time, you studied, you have some knowledge of anatomy and training, whether it's outdated or not, like doesn't matter. Probably is. Everything is. Anyway, right? Yeah. The research we read was done 4 years ago.
Right.
Right. And then it had to be like reviewed. Then the paper had to be reviewed and rewritten 4 times. And then it got published. So it's like research. 2022 research was done in 2018. It's already outdated. Who cares? Mm-hmm. But once you have the baseline foundational certification that makes you eligible for a job in a gym, then I would say everyone should take PPSC.
I agree.
Because every one of your clients should have a functional warm-up, and you should understand the 6 foundational movement patterns. Mm-hmm. And it gives you sample programming for like any client you want. Once a week, twice a week, 4 times a week, this type of split. Body weight split, full body every day, strength-based, hypertrophy, like it's literally in there.
Just for the pyramids that go with each one of those movement patterns, squat, hinge, you've got, because I went over, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I know, call it 8 out of 11 of these movements, but this was worth it just for me to see the last 3. Yeah. If you're somebody who's just starting out and you're taking, because most everyone, if they're logically thinking and they find your course, they will take the one I just did. They'll take foundations. Mm-hmm. All right, that's definitely the beginning. I need to take this one. You're going to walk out of there with 50, I don't know how many movement patterns, different workout variations there were, at least 50.
10 per pyramid.
Yeah.
The pyramid has 2 sides. So you're talking like 120
exercises just right there. 120 exercises that if you adapt those, that's your entire training module right there. That's everything. Mm-hmm. That's worth the price of admission, just that.
And what I'll tell people after that, right, like PPSC, because it's immediately actionable, like it will make you a better trainer. I don't know that going back and getting a master's in exercise science will actually make you a better trainer. Mm-hmm. Or if you've got NASM, like should you go get a CSCS if you're still just planning on working in a big box gym? Mm-hmm. Probably not going to make you a better trainer.
Yeah.
Mm. So then I would say choose a certification that clients will pay you for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Has an ROI.
Take a kettlebell course. Mm-hmm. That's going to make you stand out. I'm the kettlebell guy. I can now create a kettlebell group training class, and no one else is doing that where I work. No one else is doing that in my zip code. So like, once you've got the basic knowledge, then take something that like is a weekend that makes you a specialist in something, right? Take a Joel Jameson conditioning course. Go do something that is like starting to like get that an inch wide, mile deep. Like start going deeper. Soon.
A Joel Jameson. I'm sorry.
He wrote like the Bible on like how to create like 8 weeks out. He's that.
Have
guy.
You taken it? I want to.
No.
But
I'm
the second
just
person
like,
mentioned
people
that. Yeah.
who do things that are specialties.
Right.
Take a kettlebell course. Take a functional body. Like I don't know. Just take something that starts to narrow your scope. And people are like,
generalist
kettlebell course. Like that's different.
Yeah.
Not just another guy who did another exercise science study.